What's up everybody? This is Musashi47 coming at you today. Going to go over a little game review of Dante's Inferno. Now this game was actually clouded by another game called God of War. I think most people would actually agree with me that God of War is actually one of the better games. However, I do feel that since this game was definitely inspired from God of War, just the way that the controls are, the fast paced of the gameplay, uh, the levels, just everything about it feels kind of like a ripoff from God of War, and I think that's okay. The only reason why I think it's okay is that it really works with this particular game, and it has that style. I couldn't see it any other way. Not just it just works better if you actually have that particular element style, because God of War has so much kind of like a historical mythology, and Dante's Inferno is actually a book, and the story comes from a book and called Dante's Inferno. If you don't know, check that out. But this is the game, and I've never read the book, so I do know that it is a book, but I just know that it has this same style where a character named Dante is going through the gateways of hell, and he's pretty much describing it in the book, but in this actual game you get to fight through it, which is actually pretty cool. However, I must say that the reason why I wouldn't give this game like a perfect 10 or anything like that, and it's not because it copied God of War at all. It's actually because some of the levels feel a little bit redundant. Same thing with the monsters or the demons. They feel a little bit redundant too, and I think if they did a little bit more time, or at the very least, I think the best thing for them to do is actually release another game, maybe like a part 2 or something. I've never actually beaten Dante's Inferno. I'm still playing other games right now, but I was able to go ahead and play this for a little bit, and a couple of hours actually. But you know, even playing this game, it just brings back memories of me playing it, and I've never beaten it, and it's not because I got bored of it. It was actually when I had it on PlayStation 3. There was actually a glitch where I couldn't move further to this one position, and it just kept on freezing, and I couldn't, every time I tried to jump over it or just try to go through the next stage, it wouldn't allow me. So I didn't want to start all over, and so I figured, you know what, I'll play it later, and I never actually got to play it again until now. Xbox Live actually had this for $5, and let me tell you, it's a steal. These graphics are amazing. It looks really good. I think Xbox did a great job of cleaning it up, and I definitely would recommend people to go ahead and play it, especially if you're really into God of War series. I think if you don't have anything to play, and I would recommend you to go ahead and play this game. This is definitely about, I would say, solid 8. Couldn't give it any higher, but I feel like that if they did make another sequel or just another game about this storyline, I could see it do a lot better than that. Oh my god, that's a tit. And like God of War, there's a lot of violence and a lot of blood and nudity. So this game is pretty cool. Not just because it has that kind of stuff. It's just really fun, and I just feel like this game was actually an underrated game. And I don't know if a lot of people played it. I mean, I've heard a couple of people talk about it, but It's really cool. Now this menu, you're able to actually increase your unholy powers or your holy powers. Your holy power actually consists of using your crucifix, and your unholy is where you use the Grim Reaper.
Why, Dante? Why did you break your promise?
I don't understand.
Now for the most part, once you get the holy power, and let's just say all hell breaks loose after that, that's when you start going through the first gate of hell. And this is where, you know, the whole God of War feel kicks into play. Now the sound effects are amazing. Yeah, Dante's Inferno did a really good job of just the sound effects. It really does feel like you're in hell, and it has amazing sound effects, flames, screams. It's the horrors. It's just amazing. But yeah, I would definitely say this game is underrated. I just think it was just clouded by God of War. And I believe the third one was out, and by the time this came out, it was just nobody was really paying attention to this game. And I definitely got this game when it first came out, and I thought it was amazing. But the only problem, these little characters that you fight, they just are the same like all the time, and there should have been a little bit more I want to say like thought in the demons and monsters. And there are a couple more extra monsters that just come out at you. But I highly recommend this game. And as always, this is another epic game. And this is Musashi 47 signing off. Over and out.